Hello everyone, I'm Noxious Asp. Welcome to another installment of my series, Machine Spotlight, where we take a closer look at some of the new and returning machines in Horizon Forbidden West. In this installment, we'll be shining the spotlight on the Fireclaw. The Fireclaw was one of 3 new machines initially introduced in the Frozen Wilds expansion for Horizon Zero Dawn, along with the Frostclaw and Scorcher. As discovered in the story, the Fireclaw is actually a brand new machine in the Horizon lore. It was created by Hephaestus in Cauldron Epsilon during the events of the Frozen Wilds as a means to fulfill his mission to destroy mankind. This may lead many to believe it a member of the combat class of machines, but it is actually categorized as an acquisition class machine. This gives it the title of the most powerful of all acquisition class machines. The Fireclaw most closely resembles an extinct member of the Ursidae family, the short-faced bear. Like the short-faced bear, the Fireclaw is massive and can either traverse quickly using all 4 legs or stand upright, allowing it to fully utilize its muscular arms for devastating melee attacks. As its name suggests, it powers the majority of its offensive attacks with fire, utilizing auxiliary blaze sacks and a large central blaze unit. The Fireclaw is also the only known machine to have red-colored armor. In this video, I will cover key information on the Fireclaw, including its locations, weak points, combat strategies, and more. If you find yourself enjoying this video, make sure to hit the like button. Let's get started by reviewing the Fireclaw's locations on the map. The Fireclaw is quite rare, with only 2 marked machine sites and 1 unmarked machine site. The first marked site is located far west, north of the Far Zenith base, and just northeast from Cauldron Chi, which is where you can obtain the Fireclaw Override. Here you can find a single Fireclaw roaming among the trees, with no other machines in the area. The second marked site is located nearby, directly east of the Tenakth Lowland clan capital, Thornmarsh. Here you can find a lone Fireclaw hiding in some dense foliage, ready to pounce on anyone unlucky enough to tread on its territory. There are also several red-eye watchers in the area, and a number of felled bellowbacks you can use as environmental weapons. Finally, there is one unmarked site directly north of the previous site. Here you can find a single Fireclaw alongside a herd of Fire Fanghorns, however they do not always spawn. As an added bonus, there are several Fireclaws tied to side quests, one of which being the Bonewhite Tear Rebel Outpost. Here you can find a Rebel Fireclaw guarding the outpost. Keep in mind it will not respawn once killed. Other missions in which you can face off against Fireclaws include the mission with Talana titled Need to Know, and the mission with Ateca titled The Blood Choke. I would highly recommend checking them out if you haven't already. Next, let's review the machine catalog entry for the Fireclaw. Fireclaw, a level 42 acquisition heavyweight machine, a large, extremely dangerous acquisition machine that refines resources in its internal furnace. It draws on its vast blaze stores to power its devastating fire attacks. It is weak versus frost and purge water damage, and strong versus fire damage. Notable loot includes metal shards, blaze, braided wire, Fireclaw circulator, large machine core, Fireclaw primary nerve, volatile sludge, machine muscle, metal bone, luminous brainstem, crystal braiding, and sturdy hardplate. Now let's take a look at the only other variant of the Fireclaw, the Apex Fireclaw. Apex Fireclaw, a level 60 acquisition heavyweight machine, a hunter-killer variant recognizable by black and gold armor plates and purple muscles. It has been modified to be significantly more resilient and deadly. It cannot be overridden. It is weak versus frost damage and strong versus fire and shock damage. Available loot remains largely similar to the regular variants, however there is an added 100% drop rate for Apex Fireclaw Heart. Now, let's continue by studying the Fireclaw's weak points so that we can use them to our advantage in battle, starting with the blaze sacks. 2 blaze sacks act as blaze storage, resting atop each of the Fireclaw's shoulders behind armor plating. Remove the armor plating and destroy them to prevent some fire attacks and to trigger a fiery explosion. A total of 4 sparkers rest atop the Fireclaw's large derriere, acting as shock storage. Tear them off to collect the resource, or shoot with a well-aimed shock arrow to trigger an electrifying booty explosion. The Blaze unit powers many of the machine's fiery attacks, destroy it along with the blaze sacks to inflict a permanent burning state and to disable all fire attacks. Keep in mind, however, that if destroyed, you will not be able to obtain the oh-so-valuable Fireclaw sack webbing used to upgrade a wide range of gear. Finally, 2 purge water canisters atop the Fireclaw's back act as purge water storage, shielded from damage behind armor plating. Tear off the armor plates and shoot with a well-placed purge water arrow to detonate and inflict the drench state, severely inhibiting the Fireclaw's ability to dish out damage. Next, let's familiarize ourselves with the Fireclaw's range of attacks. Here, the Fireclaw uses its Lava Burst attack, triggering a fiery geyser of lava wherever the player stands. Keep moving to avoid it. Dodge as it lunges forward, swiping its massive claws. Watch out as it quickly slashes its claws side to side. Stand too close and you'll quickly be engulfed in its Flame Burst attack. The best way to avoid its flamethrower attack is to simply run towards it and dive through its legs. Stray too far and the Fireclaw will begin to throw molten hot boulders. Dodge out of the way to avoid its back slam. After dealing enough damage, the Fireclaw will activate its Firestorm ability, causing fire to spill out of its blaze unit as well as preventing any other elemental or status states. During this, it will also attack in a more aggressive manner. Watch out for its backhanded pimp slap as well. Also, after dealing enough damage, the Fireclaw will pull up a massive slab of rock from the ground to use as a shield, battering ram, and a devastating ranged attack. Take everything you've learned from this video and you'll be able to slay Fireclaws on your own in no time. The Fireclaw can indeed be overridden once you have completed Cauldron Chi and received its overrides. The Fireclaw's override will initially come corrupted, so you will have to craft the uncorrupted override at the base using 2 Fireclaw sack webbings and 1 Fireclaw primary nerve. Now I'll demonstrate overriding a Fireclaw in the wild. You guessed right, we're going to set it to aggressive because the best defense is a good offense. It makes short work of the nearby red-eye watchers. Now let's see how it does against an Apex Fireclaw. Our overridden Fireclaw comes out on top, but just barely. Given its immense strength, the Fireclaw can be a very useful machine to override. With that, we conclude this installment of Machine Spotlight, where we took an in-depth look at the fearsome Fireclaw. Tell me what you think of the Fireclaw in the comments below. I personally have a love-hate relationship with the Fireclaw. I love its design and lore, but hate fighting it on ultra-hard difficulty. Don't even get me started on the demonic Fireclaws from the Frozen Wilds. Also, let me know which machine you think would win in a battle between the Fireclaw and the Slaughterspine. I personally have money on the Fireclaw given its ability to absolutely soak up damage and its speed. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new from it, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And check out my Machine Spotlight playlist. We've just scratched the surface on covering the multitude of machines found in the Forbidden West. As always, I'm Noxious Asp. Thanks for watching.